Hi to all of you. I just want to start with this new year with the blog. Going to share to you my experience about migrating to Denmark. Well, I've been to Denmark I moved to Denmark December of 2007. So I've been here for 1 year and 1 month. And luckily, I've passed the Danish citizenship test, and I applied for Danish citizenship. So hopefully after maybe next year, they said the waiting time is 12 months to 14 months. There are a lot of people who also wants to have Danish citizenship, and also it's a good time to apply because last September they in Denmark they allowed, or they are now allowing dual citizenship. So it's a advantage for those foreigners who wants to have a double citizenship or dual citizenship. Yeah. So I wish to keep my Philippine passport, and yeah, and having a new Danish passport hopefully by the end of this year. Yeah, I'm going to go to an interview this March. Yeah, so I'm so happy because after 7 years, last year I got my permanent residence permit. It is not easy to get that. You really in Denmark, it's not like automatic that once you marry to a Dane that you would get it automatically. No, it's not that easy. You have to work hard for it. You have to follow the family reunification rules that is set to us, those who got married, or yeah, uh, to Danish. Yes. So first, as once you step into Denmark, you have to um, you have to sign the agreement that you are willing to integrate yourself into Danish society. By that, you have to learn Danish language, and it's for free for 3 years. Within 3 years, you have to. It's best to finish it within 3 years. So, yeah, so that you don't need to pay, because after 3 years, um, if you still don't finish your Danish language, then you have to pay for it. And it's best to get Pro Idenstre or PD3. This is the higher level of language, Danish language. So it's best because now in this new rules, because they're changing rules once in a while, they change rules, depends on who's on the position. But at the moment, they've made the rules that those who wish to have permanent residence in Denmark, they need to have a Danish language or PD3, Pro Idens 3, the most difficult. There's like three different levels: the PD1, PD2, and PD3. PD3 are the one who had higher education from their country of origin, and then PD2 is like undergraduate, like middle level, and then PD1 are those who cannot read or write, or who's who don't have any educational background. So if you could apply for PD3, that would be best for you, because that's the requirement for having permanent, no, not actually permanent, just if you wish to get a Danish passport in the future, then it's best for you to get PD3. So just have it finished. And yeah, aside from Danish language, you need to have work or combination of study within 3 years. 3 years, but I think they changed it now to 5 years. I'm not sure, because last time when I get in here, that's the requirements only is 3 years. You could combine the education and the work, and I had studied here. Aside from my education background, I had 14 years education back in the Philippines, but in here it's equivalent to 12 years. So it's best that you also take some education here, You could have your grades evaluated. In it was serious before when I came here. It's serious, but I think now it's UV or VU, something like that. Anyway, yeah, I'll try to post the link here where you could have your grades evaluated. It's not easy to migrate to Denmark coming from Philippines because, in Philippines there's no winter season. And I moved here during the time when it's winter season, December, month of December. It's very, very cold. And I got sick in my second week here when I moved here. Probably my body was not ready for the winter. So I was sick like 2 weeks. I'm having really high fever. So it's good to be prepared once you move to another country. It's good to learn what season they have, what language they use, because I don't have any idea about Danish language before I move here. I don't know about Denmark. I know nothing about it. But since my yeah, my husband before, I've the first when we met, we talk in English. So I don't know that. I mean, I knew he's Danish, but I kind of have no idea what language they use until I've heard him once talk in Danish. That's where I'm like, what language is that? I never understand any word you said, But then when I was still in the Philippines, I've learned a little basic Danish because my mother-in-law was sending me CDs, Danish basic Danish CDs when I was in the Philippines. So I was kind of learn how to say the first three videos I have in my channel. Those were the basic Danish I've learned from the CD that she gave me. But I've learned the language when I get into proper language school here. But don't get frustrated if you're like me when you will start to learn this language, Danish, especially Danish language. It's very difficult, and it's very different from the language I've used to speak, Tagalog. It's very different. And if you're also English speaker, it's also very different because in Danish they speak, it's very different. It's like the way they spell it, the way they pronounce it. The written and the oral are very different from each other. Sometimes you see like 10 letters and you just hear probably 5 letters. That's how they speak in Danish. But if you really strive hard and practice, you would learn. I think I could say I could speak Danish now, but still I feel insecure because I feel like I'm not good enough. I'm not going to be that fluent in Danish like the way Danish speaks. But I'm happy that at least I could when they talk in Danish, I could follow and I could laugh with their jokes. I actually like Danish humor. I have that kind of sense of humor now. Yeah. So what else? Aside from the language, it's also hard to find job. Of course, you're not a native speaker of their language. So yeah, there's some international jobs, of course, but it's it's tough. But anyway, I'm still happy to be here in Denmark. I'm considering this as my home as well because yeah, it's not easy to migrate to another country, but I think if you're good in adapting and adjusting, you could manage. So good luck to those new in Denmark. Welcome to Denmark. To those new, I hope you'll be well adjusted, and good luck to your future here in Denmark. And I wish you also get stable, and well migrated. Okay, bye.